But I went down an old dirt road, shotgun house, and I went knocking on the door. Old African-American man came to the door, and he said, son, who are you and what you want? I said, sir, I'm Jamie Harrison. He looked at me and he said, okay, what do you want? I said, sir, this is the most consequential election. And he said, son, let me tell you something. He said, you see that road that you drove up on? I said, yes, sir. He said, what kind of road is that? I said, it's a dirt road. He said, son, that was a dirt road when Ronald Reagan was president, when both of the Bushes were president. It was a dirt road when Bill Clinton and Barack Obama were president. Son, that's still a goddamn dirt road.
Oh my God, that's so good. Joining us now, the former Democratic candidate for U.S. Senate in South Carolina, Jamie Harrison, who is launching the Dirt Road PAC and who is reportedly in the running to be the next chair of the DNC. I love the Dirt Road PAC already. Tell us about it.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mika. Listen, I'm excited about this. The Dirt Road PAC is an initiative that I'm launching, a hat tip to the efforts that we see going on in Georgia and places like Arizona. We can't just parachute in cycle by cycle and expect that we're going to change states that have been red for generations. In order to do that, we have to have a long-term and more sustainable approach. We have to invest in communities, particularly communities that we have been left behind for a long time, rural communities, African-American and Latino communities that just feel disenchanted, that feel like nobody hears them and nobody's fighting for them. And so Dirt Road PAC is my answer, is to go into these communities, go into areas that the party has not been in a long time and invest long-term in those areas. Because, Rome wasn't built in a day. South Carolina won't flip overnight. But if you sustain the investment in these communities, we'll see the change that is so necessary and so needed.
So, Jamie, you had so many advantages in this race. You had all the money any candidate could ever dream of having. You ran what most thought was a very effective race against an ineffective opponent who at times seemed desperate, seemed whiny, had broken his promise to South Carolina voters time and time again, had said one thing about Donald Trump when he was out of power, one thing about Donald Trump when he was in power, and yet Lindsey Graham won the race handily. Is South Carolina just a state that Democrats aren't going to be able to win for a very long time?
See, I don't think so, Joe. When you think about it, what were we able to do? We ended up getting 1.1 million votes here in South Carolina. That is more than Hillary Clinton. That's more than Barack Obama by almost 300,000 votes. We even almost matched what Donald Trump got in 2016. And so there was some growth. But again, you are not going to change South Carolina overnight. I'm not going to change South Carolina overnight. It takes long-term and sustained investment to do that. Republicans, and Joe, you remember, Republicans were in the minority all across the South for generations, and they chipped away at it. It was like water versus a rock. They just chipped away at it and they eroded it. We have to take that same type of approach in the South, and we see that it can pay dividends. Look at what Stacey Abrams was able to do in Georgia. Look at Arizona, which was a state that was controlled by Republicans, had 2 Republican senators, and now it has 2 Democratic senators. It takes a long-term and sustained approach, and that's what the Dirt Road PAC is going to focus on.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.